YouTube channel, xoxoxo YouTube channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell. And if you are a returning customer, thank you. If you have not subscribed, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds up. Thank you.
So in today's video, today's video is going to be our last video together in a very long time, because we are all, you know what, Africa. We're all going to different places. Life has happened, and yeah, we are going our separate ways, but not for long. So today we're just going to be sharing all our experiences since we moved to Canada up till now, and I hope you guys will be able to learn from it. And then we have 5 categories. So we'll first start with the spiritual part of it.
When you are in Nigeria, you go to church every Sunday. You know that. But when it comes here, I'm gonna switch up a little bit.
When we first came to Canada, and it was really hard to get a church because I didn't want to go to church because my father and my mother is taking to church every Sunday. Let's be going to church. So there was a while where I took a long.
It took a whole year.
We didn't go to church.
Even if you've been going to church every Sunday, 3 times a week, sometimes, it's not that habit that will see you through your spiritual life here. Is you have to actually make a personal decision. Say, I'm going to go to church because I want to.
And you don't even have to be in church to actually
connect with God.
Yeah.
It's when you're here that you realize.
Chelsea is laughing because in her first year she did not go to church at all.
First year?
She did not go to church.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
When did you start going to church?
She didn't find church.
It was 2017.
I don't know, for me, moving to Canada was good for my faith because I learned a lot of things that in Nigerian Christianity it's we preach it and we push it in church, but it's actually not biblically it's not based on the Bible. Stuff I don't know, there's all this weird stuff that they teach, for example, how they teach that Christianity is transactional, but it's not really, right? So church was better for me when I came here.
You know how Nigerian churches are always really long, 2-3 hours, and then you're always tired. And then yeah, the pastor just they go straight to the point. And then I also felt coming to attending church service here made me connect more to the scripture, because compared to when I was in Nigeria, I used to go to my parents. Left to me in Nigeria, I want to go to church.
It make you feel like if you don't go to church, you are devil's child.
You're going to hellfire.
Yeah.
As if it's that going to church that's taking you to heaven. When you come here, you realize that because the whole world, this part of the world is so different. You see pastors going to work on Sundays. You see them saying, oh, I can't make it today because I have to do this for work. Because work is actually very important. We're not saying church is not important as well. That daily connection with God is just as important, but bills have to get paid.
One thing I learned too is that Christianity is not a religion. In Nigeria, it was, if you don't do this, you die. If you do this, you die. My enemies must die. The person that's chasing me must die. And then I got here, and actually not here, but England, and they were playing guitar, piano. Everywhere was quiet. Christianity felt so peaceful. It wasn't noisy. It wasn't
Christianity is like war zone in Nigeria.
It was very nice. I felt man, this is actually possible. But my spiritual life actually went from 0. It did not even exist in Nigeria because I was doing it without choice.
Whenever we try to compare churches in Nigeria and here, we're just saying our own experience.
They don't teach you. They are not really preaching love. They are not preaching humility. They are preaching that your uncles, aunties doing you, or that warfare, prosperity, and that's
I want to say it's not part of it.
It's beyond that. There's other aspects to it. Yeah. So I didn't see that until I left Nigeria, and that's when I seeing Christianity for what it really is. Not that everybody is trying to kill me.
Exactly.
So the second one is the most important reason we came here, which is the education. And my first year was hard though. In fact, I came here to play. My first year was terrible. Second year was a bit one kind. But my own advice is that if you are coming here to school, make sure the school are coming here to
You're
do.
coming here, it's better when you're leaving. Don't come with the idea that everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be like roses on the floor.
You suffer small.
So my first 2 years.
You don't necessarily have to suffer, but know that you are going to an entirely different part of the world where you most likely don't know anybody. Your connections is not in here. You actually have to work for everything that you get here.
I know.
So don't come with the idea that because they make it look easy. I'm not gonna lie.
They actually make it look easy.
Like it's not everybody that be talking about their problems to you. You see them posting on Instagram, but they're not saying, this man had to wake up 5 a.m. to go to work.
Everybody has problems.
But everybody has their own problems.
When I was in Covenant, we were taking 14 classes a semester.
I don't know how. Yeah.
So when I came to Canada, it was like 5 courses in every semester. And then
Your friends were asking.
my prof was like, because I came late too. I resumed late. So my prof was like, oh, I don't think I can sign you into this class. I mean, with so much confidence, because we're doing 14 courses in Nigeria. And I was like, I can do it. Well, I failed. With flying colors. You better listen to instruction.
You know, I
So
did.
different.
When I first came to Canada, my first semester, I came so late. I came like 3 weeks into the semester.
You wonderful.
But then, I didn't even know what the prof was saying. The prof was
And the
saying,
accent.
screw.
Imagine coming straight from Nigeria.
Yeah. So I had to take the semester off because I didn't know what the prof was saying. My accent was not making me talk to anybody. So you need a break. Take
I
a
was
break.
Take a
just
break. If
very
you semester
important,
off,
yeah.
like that's actually important. It helps you mentally, financially.
If you
Yes.
can.
You
Like,
can.
listen to their advice. I did school in Nigeria for 3 years already. I'm coming and thought like, okay, it can't be bad now. It's not like I've not gone to school before. I had no life. Like, no life. I literally, me and Shay were living in the same house.
Triangle.
We'll never see each other at all. Like, I'll literally sometimes I'll just see her once in 3 days and we'll live in the same house because when she's leaving the house, I'm just coming in. I'll be in the library all day. And you know what? The sad part was that I could be in the library trying to do an assignment and number one, I'll never finish it because I never understand how to even get it done. They'll tell me write papers, put references. I was like, put references? Who's
does that
in
mean?
Nigeria, we're doing projects. Just dump everything for Google and put it there. Nobody cares. But yeah, if you don't do the references, they'll kick you out of school. You can get rusticated from school for that small
And what do you call it?
mistake.
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism, yeah, it's actually a serious
And then your life is like a triangle. It's work, church, school, work, church, school.
That's if you
And
go to church.
it got to the point where we're only going to church because hey, my parents, I don't want them to know I'm not going to church. But it gets to that point where there's some Sundays you actually have to
No,
take
my
off.
parents know me. Once they say, not go to church, I didn't go. They just leave it at that
Yeah.
because it's not you that will come and drag me to church. In the code, first of all, there's the weather to consider. It's not like we had a car. We have to be taking the bus. And you are there in Nigeria, going to in 30 degrees heat. And it's easy for you to go there, but not the same.
Education in Canada, was very different. I mean, I'm in engineering, so there's 2 aspects, practical and theoretical. So everyone wants to leave Nigeria because in Nigeria you are not really getting like practical experience. But then you get here and you're getting practical experience, but at the same time getting theoretical experience. So technically it's like more work.
Yeah.
Like you're learning concepts, you're writing an exam, but you're also building projects.
Right.
So that's what makes it harder. I mean, I'm grateful that we do have facilities to give you practical experience because that's what matters at the end of the day. But it's not, you can't leave Nigeria with the mindset like, oh yeah, I was taking 14 courses. You get here and then those would, like 5 courses will suck your blood and drain you.
And the way your parents were waiting, like, oh, you used to clear all your classes when you're in
It's
Nigeria.
not the same.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You're competing
it's
against
not the same.
genius Asians. You're competing against different people from every walks of life.
Well,
Yeah.
also, the system here is is made to actually, if you want to succeed, you can succeed easily. Like I was,
If
like,
you fail, you know it's
fortunate
your fault.
to be in co-op and co-op he extended my program by 1 year, but he gave me like 12 months. Wait, more than 12 months, like 18 months work experience,
Which is
and
vital.
very, very vital because these days companies, when you graduate, they already want you to have experience.
Then you have
So,
experience.
yeah, and then co-op also helped me because a field like mechanical engineering is very big, so I didn't really know what aspect, but co-op will help you because you can go
Make
into
connections.
different aspects. You know what you like when you come out. So co-op very important. If you haven't subscribed, please do to co-op
And
channel.
another thing is that if your program doesn't have co-op, the good thing about being in Canada is that you can literally volunteer anywhere.
You can
So even if you don't like, you have to work. So you
Make
have
sure
make sure you just
you
have
have that
volunteer
work experience in your field.
Yeah.
Don't go and be working at outlets that will not help you when you're done with school.
Yeah. So even if you
Make
don't take
sure.
a job in like your program, just make sure you
volunteer
have the
service. They might not pay you if you are lucky. If you're extremely lucky, that's when they'll pay you.
Yeah.
But if you don't, just do it because everything will make sense in the end.
It's good to volunteer in your field, but I would say like any experience you can get is useful. There's not necessarily wasted experience, right? It's just about how you market it.
The third one is like work experience. So I feel like if you are going to be working, you should have two things in mind. Are you working for the money or are you working for the experience? It gets to a point in your life where you would want to work for the money because you need to pay bills.
Yes, sir.
And then you get to the point where you need to work because you need the experience for your career. So please, if you are doing it for the money, I feel like there's
do
no
what you have
limit.
to do.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you what to
Don't see. I work in factory. What are we saying? We all of us, because we had to take responsibilities, pay our phone bill, buy food, rent.
But
Because we cannot sleep outside.
That not mean we should neglect the ones that were important too. So you also volunteered.
So don't think any job is
Useless.
is useless. So.
I will be picky with jobs.
Oh, that's the thing.
No,
We can't be
Like
picky.
If you have options, you can be picky.
Yeah.
You didn't work with
I
me in Nigeria.
don't know.
You did what was work?
But
I
also
was
like
living rent free. Nothing.
that's actually another thing that's different. In Nigeria, it's like you just go to school. That's your work.
Yeah.
Here it's like you go
Nobody's
to school,
expecting you to
you have to work, you have to volunteer, you have to have social life.
You have to go to gym.
Some people put themselves through school here, so like they have to work at the same time.
Not in international students though, because if you die in the process.
No.
There's no way you can pay
20
that.
hours, right? But 20 hours is also like the
It's limited.
Yeah,
You
it's
count
limited.
hours.
you can work as an
What if you like work 2 jobs?
I'll say come prepared if you are coming
Our work
here.
is just to
honestly.
sustain us.
And then there's another thing I also wanted to point out for people that are in Nigeria and want to come here. I feel like you should do your research before asking people here about what courses are they doing in your school,
God.
what this are they, because we don't know. We will only tell you something that we've experienced.
You they literally
Because-
because Canada.
Because we also have to do the research and it doesn't make sense. Sorry, this is respectfully. It doesn't make sense doing the research for you because we have other things to do.
People want to help, but the way these people, you tell them to research and they're like, do it for me now.
Yeah, like if you
I
do
don't know
it
what's
by
in your pocket. I
yourself,
don't know your budget.
if you do it by yourself, it's easier for us to know what you want, like what course you want, what tuition range you're looking for. You can't just be telling us to Google school when
You know what Canada is.
Because like we didn't even do the admission.
But all the information is on the internet. So
Exactly.
you have to find it, right?
So us even trying, saying that we will help out is good enough, to be honest, because everybody, I just
people
think,
know what I'm saying.
yeah, it's really important that people in Nigeria understand that as we're here, we actually have a life. First of all, there's a time difference. Nobody's trying to be rude or nobody's trying to show levels or anything like that. It's just because our lives are not really in sync anymore. When you're waking up, we were sleeping. We have to go to work, we have to go to school. So if we don't respond to your messages, it's not like we're trying to be rude or anything. It's just what it is.
To be prepared for your housing, like
Yeah, we
rent,
love you guys. We would
transportation,
like
all those things. Take it into consideration before you asking.
because I can't
people
lie,
questions.
there were so many people so many friends I had in Nigeria when I came here, and every time they be guilt tripping me.
Yeah, I don't like you've forgotten us.
I just stopped talking to
Keep
them.
that kidney somewhere else.
Please, my life is already hard enough. When I first got here, I was depressed for like a year. I'm not going to lie.
I wanted to go back to the
I was
Nigeria.
crying like, and I don't usually cry like that. I cried.
That you even feel sick.
Oh, I felt sick too. I had malaria in Canada. It was that bad. So, yeah, going through all of that and not having anybody to talk to. Not that my parents were here. This was just, I've never moved away from home in my life. This was my first experience. I didn't even go to boarding school. So I've always been around my family. And people will start guilt tripping me for not responding to texts. And I just stopped talking to them.
True, because the life here is actually hard. You have to work your way
Up.
But eventually, it's getting better. It got better.
Yeah,
It definitely got better. You have to.
I was gonna say like if your parents are very well to do and you come here, life is gonna be easy for you. Okay?
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
It's because what are you doing? You're just doing school. But if not,
If your parents
not always, but in
teachers.
some ways, like it takes away some of the worry of like, oh, you have to work to pay your bills and stuff like that, right? Even if your parents are wealthy and stuff is easy, like when you move away from home, like it is difficult. So try to find good people, like genuine people that actually care about you. You know, and surround yourself with that. And they don't have to be Nigerian. Okay. They don't be Nigerians.
Don't just be having friends for the sake of having friends or because you want to be around people. Make sure you're being around.
I don't know. I feel like those people even fall off. If you have the wrong friends, they find a way to live your life.
It's not the same friends you had the first stage.
For me,
I understand that, or like we've all said, like when you get here, it's not always easy. You suffer, you go through all of that. But at the same time,
you have like
you actually don't have to suffer. Like some people, like I don't want the case where everybody leaves Nigeria with suffer mentality. No. So your people get here and they straight up start getting into all these companies. So still shoot your shot. Like most of us that I suffered because of ignorance. I didn't know that I could actually apply to all these top companies. I was there doing hustle. I want to something on my head and the job. We all be sweating. Nah, man. Like I had friends that came here and straight up got into office jobs. My house of me personally was ignorant, so you don't have to suffer.
That came here and they have like their papers right now. Like it was that easy.
Like you can suffer, but it's not expected.
Job, but like it will be okay. I don't know about suffer, but regardless, it will be difficult.